Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play Blades of Avernum. Last episode, we managed to finally get the last things we needed in order to complete the amulet. The amulet's completed and we can go into the forest. So, let's go in and see what we can do about these fairies. Jody dances around playfully as you approach. What is your job?
I determine who gets to enter the Fairylands and who doesn't. You don't get to enter.
She seems happy to be able to turn you down. How come I can't enter?
Well, maybe I don't determine that much, but they gave me a list. And you know what, buddy? You ain't on it. No one gets in unless they're on the list or have one of those amulets.
I have an amulet.
Dang, it appears you do get to enter. Okay, I've cleared the path for you. Head south.
Thank you, but we're also going to explore a bit. If possible. Or perhaps there's not much exploring we can do. I can see something hidden in the corner, but we can't get into it. It can't get through there. But we can get through here. Ah. Unlike all the other societies that have lived in the Vale, the fairy people actually consist of 4 separate races: the Dryads, the Sprites, the Unicorns, and the Centaurs. The fairies are also the only society to avoid conflict with the Godan. As the war began, the fairies proclaimed their neutrality, as did many other races. Why the Godan ignored them is a mystery. In fact, most things concerning the fairies are mysteries. What little is known about them is this: their capital city, known as Calderwood, is barely a city at all. Calderwood in truth serves more as a meeting place for the 4 races, as well as any outsiders, than a permanent settlement. Nonetheless, it is the ideal place to start a diplomatic mission. Well, okay then. Well, let's start by exploring everything around the outside. The small sprite was doing tumbles and twists and other interesting patterns in the air until you approached. She seems upset at being disturbed.
Melody, silly.
What is your job?
Job? I'm a sprite.
That's a job. She throws a little pixie dust in your eyes, blinding you for a second. By the time you recover, she's several feet away, dancing in the air. Do you know where the fairy temple is?
Temple? How do you know about the temple? Oh, alright, I guess I can tell you.
Melody comes up and whispers something in your ear. You're not quite sure what it is, but suddenly you feel as if you're able to see the temple. Well, that was easy. Didn't even really need to do much, and now we can see the temple. Yay! One of the half-man, half-beast centaurs stands before you. He looks over you with disdain. I choose not to give you my name, human. What is your job? I am a guardian here in this town, human. Do you understand what that means? Yes. We have nothing further to converse about, human. Good day. Do you know where the fairy temple is? The temple is none of your concern. Go away. Okay, that's the way out, most likely. I am sorry, human. You cannot travel any further into our lands. In front of you stands what appears to be a Dryad warrior. I am a Dryad warrior. What is your job? I am a Dryad warrior. What does a Dryad warrior do? Warriors are born to serve and protect the nobility. Unlike other inferior races, he says, glancing at you with disgust, the Dryad race provides for its members a purpose at birth. We do not waste our lives seeking meaningless things. What sort of meaningless things? I have observed many humans spend their lives slaving away at pointless and meaningless tasks merely to gain more material possessions. Humans strike me as the most irrational and most base creatures alive. How are humans irrational? These humans slave away to gain creature comforts. Even if living for one's material desire were not the lowest form of life, their method is entirely self-contradicting. They work hard to live life easily, but never do. If I were a weaker soul, I might be moved to pity these creatures. As it were, I can only feel disgust towards them. Do you know where the fairy temple is? The temple is none of your concern. Go away. Well, okay then. interesting. Either way. It appears... Oh, no, that's as far as I can go there. That looks like it's an inn or something. Seems there's only one way oh, didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. Completely unintentional. Okay, that appears to be all I can do there. Oh, that's actually interesting. Okay, so we can see where the temple is now. But let's continue exploring through this place, which only appears to have like 2 buildings. Let's see, who's this? In front of you is a dryad, but he is much taller than the warriors you've seen. He appears to be a figure of importance in the dryad political system. Raphaelocratus. What is your job? I speak for my people. This area you are now in, what you call Calderwood, is an area for negotiations. Would you like to speak? Do you know where the fairy temple is? The temple is none of your concern. Go away. Do you know if Ithacartata is here? You inform Raphaelocratus of Genmar's situation. The agreement with the Sliths. Pretty words like honor and duty. He doesn't seem impressed. I do not know where Ithacartata is, or even if she is in the Vale, but even if I did, I would not tell you. Ithacartata is half dryad, and her father is a friend to us. I do not know you, which makes you no better or worse than humans in general. I do not trust humans and owe them no favors. I am sorry, but we will not assist you. Alright, we were supposed to be stealthy about it. Oops. Okay, this is basically an inn. She's probably at the temple. It makes sense that that's where she would be. A bunch of centaurs and dryads. I run this way station here for the fairy creatures. Okay. Well, I don't think we're getting anything out of there, so I guess we can leave. It said we can now see the fairy temple. Ah. Look, we can't go further in. Well, here's the temple. As I do, look around the outside first. Unless there's like a stairway or something in the middle, which I imagine, now that I think about it, there probably is. No, there's not. Right here. There is nothing at the temple. So we found the temple, but what do we do there? So now what do we do? I mean, we found our way to the fairy temple, but there's nothing here. what's the purpose here? Oh, right, that's Calderas. So then, what do we do? Yeah, that's the town. Wait a minute. I think maybe we can go around it? Aha! Here we are. Must be something hidden over here. Apparently there is not. Given that you probably aren't welcome in this part of the Fairylands, approaching Calderwood from the south would be a very poor move. Okay, but... Oh! You almost ran straight into this building. It came out of nowhere. The small hut was obviously concealed with some powerful magic. You weren't able to see it until you were right on top of it. You also ponder what use exactly the fairies would have for such a building, as they all live and sleep in the wild. Perhaps you have found what you are looking for. Ha-ha! They hid the building. You know what? I will grant... clever. That is a very clever way of doing this. If I hadn't been blindly running around like this, I never would have found this. There's something back here. I can't seem to get to it. Alright, back around. Leave the horses in front. Except there's no way in. Curious. Okay, let's see if we can find the way into this place. Must be somewhat. Ithacatata and Sheriffon! You found them. The downside is they've seen you as well. Sheriffon stares at you like someone trying to remember where they know someone from. Then he recalls the past. He expression turns from surprise to anger, and you feel the air around you begin to bristle. Sheriffon, as you know, is a very powerful magi. You might be in trouble. Until, that is, Ithacatata motions for her father to stop. She turns to him and says, "Father, I'm sorry, but I just don't want to be the cause of any more death. We both knew the stakes when we agreed to live in Genmar. We can't go back on the agreement now just because it disadvantages us." Sheriffon looks like he's about to argue with her, but then just backs away. Ithacatata whispers something in her father's ear and then turns to you. "I will go with you." You quickly leave the Fairylands, trying to avoid notice as much as possible. After returning to Genmar-controlled land, you head directly to the Slith checkpoint as ordered. Commander Raleigh greets you as you get there, and informs you that he and his unit are to escort you north to Thasmaskon, the city of the Sliths, as soon as you are ready to leave. He and his unit head just north of the checkpoint and await your departure. Ithacatata takes one last look around at the friendly faces of humans and indicates that she is ready to depart. My horses! Hold on, I need to get my horses back. Okay, once again, we'll do this, and this time we won't lose our horses. They'll be positioned somewhere. You have just retrieved Ithacatata and are supposed to take her to the Sliths. This is no time to go AWOL. just gonna uncover everything as I do. What is your job? Commanding the truth. Okay. I don't think we're going to learn anything new from talking to the people here. Not going in there. There's the barracks. Alright. Let's just uncover that. And that. You meet up with Raleigh and his unit. The Sliss City is just a little ways to the north, he says, and you depart. Ambush! You are attacked by a brigade of Sliths. This can't be good. Protected the Cartita, that's who they're after! Raleigh screams at you, engaged with a couple of Sliths. Oh boy. This could be painful. They are quite powerful here. Oh geez, they're ambushing us from both sides. Holy crap, there's a lot of Sliths here. Okay, you don't have summon aid! Capture mind, though. Okay, that Slith is charmed. That'll help us out a lot. Commander Raleigh is not dead, but is too wounded to continue fighting. He retreats. No way we're gonna get through this. And Sheik died. Okay, I gotta reload now. Reloading. Okay, let's see what we can do here. We have various items. We've got Major Call. Control foes will be useful. Slow, Ice Lances, Bolt of Fire, Dark Blow, Lightning Spray. I never got this identified. Okay, I don't know what that did, but that didn't help. Haste all will be very useful, though. So, give me a sec to reload here. Repel, Spirit, Ice Storm. Some of these will be useful. Reloading. Okay, so I think right there is where that happens. So, I'm just going to use this Haste All spell scroll that we have. That was close. Okay. Now... don't have much. That should help out a little bit. And maybe if we can terrify some of them, or one of them. Alright, Draco, I want you to charm 2 of these. That helped out. Thank you. Not a fan of that happening to the mage, but... okay. That helped all of us. Alright, what can you do here? Control foes. Resists confusion. Major Call. Well, that summons something. There goes something. Not exactly a fan of what that summoned. Well, one of the slits is gone. Low chance to hit that one. Okay, I want you to wait. You... Dark Blow. I suppose... Wait, ice storm. No. Do another major call. That could work out. We should have summoned more. We should have done some more freezing. Okay, what I want you to do, more blessing, and no, do a group heal. That'll help all of us. Excellent. There goes a Slith Chief. Okay, you wait, and you. I want to get a few more charms out here. And another one there. These charms will distract them. Ah, crap. Terrify? Fortunately, I can remove that. This is a hell of a fight. Okay, you can remove that Terrify. Excellent. Alright, we need to get rid of that. There goes one of those. Alright, we don't have much. You wait. You don't have much in the way of spells. Ice Lances. That did not help at all. Alright, drink this. Okay, not much you can do there, so fire some arrows. This should help out a bit. Okay, you're working out there. You wait. You... Lightning Spray should help out a bit. It did! Excellent! The Conjita is definitely helping out a lot. Yeah, this is working. There goes another. We're working out here. Okay, wait. Got some fireballs. Nice. This is working out very well. Oh, that one's kind of on our side. Okay, that's fine. Okay, you need to drink this. Okay, wait. Man, that charm really did a lot to help out here. Gotta get to that mage. that one's no longer charged. We can get this guy down. We got this! Ooh, these are interesting things. It's over, Raleigh says, letting a sigh out now that you've survived the ambush. Listen, Command felt this might happen. It seems a section of the Slith military is itching for a fight with us and is willing to do whatever they can to start a war. But it is just a rogue section of their military. It doesn't reflect the situation as a whole. Command felt this sort of ambush might happen. That's why we were sent to reinforce you for this last leg of the trip. They also said we were to continue onward should such an assault occur. This is just a minor hiccup, nothing to get upset over. The utter stoic manner in which Raleigh relays the information is a bit shaking. You'd have to guess that this man is a veteran of many combats and little gets to him anymore, even being ambushed by a supposed ally. You have to say you were a bit shaken by this sudden turn of events. And we have a lot of loot that we can take here. You are going to grab all the loot you can. Fine Slith Spear. 4 to 24, 4 to 24. Grab it. You Boomerang. That's interesting. Okay. This has some value to it. And over here we have an Ash Bow, another U Boomerang, and some regular Slith Spear, and another Fine Slith Spear. We only need one. Okay, hold on a second. That's two-handed. Aren't Slith Spears one-handed? It is. It's as powerful as a steel pike, except it's one-handed. So if we get a shield for him, he'll need to use that. Now what's this? No. Now what's this U Boomerang? It's a thrown weapon, not useful to us. And unfortunately we can't go back and sell all this stuff. Bladesman is too busy fighting, except the fight's over. Alright. So, heal up, and wait to recover all of our spell energy. And I am going to end this episode here, because this episode's gone on long enough, and it's a pause point. Next episode, we'll enter the town itself, and hopefully things won't go horribly wrong again. That'll be in the next episode, so until then, I'm Chester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.